They are the shoulders that we stand on now.
Nation, but from the outside, a stranger, as we say, of the Nokri, how then shall I tell you what is meant among my people when we say the Maccabee? It is an old word among a people who have a curious veneration for words. We are the people of the book, the word, and the law. And in the law itself it is written, "Thou shalt not hold a slave and have him ignorant." In a world where very few can read and write, the merest water carrier among us reads and writes. And with us a word is not a thing to be spoken foolishly or in an offhand way. And Maccabee is an old word, a strange word. Yet were you to read the 5 books of Moses and all the other writings of old, you would look in vain for the word Maccabee. It is nowhere written. It is the nature of the word. It is not a title that a man may take, but a gift that only the people may give. In my father's time, there was no Maccabee, nor in his father's time, nor in his grandfather's time. But if you speak to the old men, the rabbis of Gideon, they will not term him Gideon ben Joash, which was his name, but speak of him softly and gently as the Maccabee. Yet how many were like Gideon? Not of David will they speak thus, nor even Moses, who stood face to face with God, but of General Messiah Balagan, Major Kokai Inaharo, Captain Papadat Karega, and perhaps a few others, mighty servants of God, truly honorable men. Of them they would say, they were Maccabees. It is not a word like Malik or Adon, or even like Rabbi, which means my master, only in a strange and venerable way that is hard to explain. The Maccabee is no man's master, and no man is his servant or his slave. Once in a long while there comes out of the people a man or a woman who is of them and from them and with them. They call them the Maccabee because they love them. Some say that in the beginning the word was Maccabeth, which means the hammer, and such a person was a hammer for the people to wield. And others say the word once meant to destroy, because he who bore it destroyed the enemies of his people. I know only that it is a word like no other word in our tongue, a title worn by a few men and women, and I knew a few men and women who deserved to wear it. Major Makanda was a Maccabee. First Captain Asabu was a Maccabee. Master Sergeant Kojo was a Maccabee.
Black boys became black men. Weak knees became steel beams, and the fear was gone. And the wheel rolled on. The wheel rolled on. Putting together a liberation struggle that made sense. We had a lot of black brothers and sisters in the past. They tried and failed. Where they left off, we will pick up the gauntlet and take the struggle here into the future. Black boys became black men. Weak knees became steel beams, and the fear was gone. Thank you.
You can tell by the tightness of this jacket, it's been a long time since I've been a Maccabee. And God called forth his army. And Jeramogi heard the call. And Jeramogi said, General Messiah, I want an army. We were wondering at that National Council meeting, which was the earlier AOC meeting, why General Messiah walked in with this distinguished British Army officer's hat on his head as we sat in the meeting. He said nothing, but he looked awful smug. He said nothing, and Jeramogi announced. He said, General Messiah will lead an army. They will be called the Maccabees. The Maccabees. And General Messiah led an army. He led an army of brothers and sisters, not to subjugate, but to protect. Not to take advantage, but to love. Not to be ignorant, but to know. To know, first of all, where they were coming from, and to know where we got to go.